How many of you leaders often find yourselves doubting your people? Will you be able to perform or not? How many of you want them to function your way? Do it this way. This is how it's supposed to be done. Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA corporate executive turned anchor person, now a happiness coach, helping corporate leaders create deep bonds and meaningful relationships in their organizations. Trust your people. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about today. If you like this video, if you find it meaningful, then please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. So, when I talk about trusting the people, trusting your people, as human beings, at the core, we all want to be trusted by everybody around. And we also want to be able to trust everybody around, isn't it? As leaders, would you not want your people to trust you? Then what makes you think that your people do not want this? Nothing will give them more happiness than figuring out that their boss trusts them and has their back, right? So, two very, very important things are aspects that I want to talk about today. Number one, delegating. How many of you often do not delegate from because of the fear of maybe how well the task will be executed, or he or she is not as competent? I better finish it off, Oh, there's a deadline. I may be able to do a better job here. He's not as skilled. Now, one that definitely consumes your bandwidth, but at the same time, are you doing to the confidence level, the happiness level of your team member? What and how can you do it differently now? That's the question. The second important aspect is autonomy, giving your people the autonomy. So, a lot of times you have delegated, but does it ever happen that you keep poking in between? How far have you reached? Are you doing it fine? Oh, I think you should not approach it this way. This would be a better way of doing it. I have an experience and I'm telling you from my experience. Happens. Now, again, that sends out a message that your way is the only way and the other person is maybe not as competent. That's what you think. And even if he or she is competent, that's what you keep saying, but you somehow do not trust him or her with the task at hand. What does that do to the confidence level, happiness level? Again, the question is how else, what else? Right? So, just to give you an example, I was talking to a very, very senior corporate leader in Dubai, and he switched. He was working with a top IT hardware company, and he quit and moved to another one only because his autonomy was challenged. He was asked to work in a certain way, rather follow a set process, which didn't go down well with him, right? For him, his autonomy was very, very important, right? And he quit. So at times, it may cost you your people. There'll be certain people at his level, he could afford to instantly quit, look for an option, and he got one. But there are people who may just stick on because of the lack of options, but they may be on the lookout. That will impact their loyalty, that will impact their productivity, that will impact their overall efficiency. So it's very, very critical that we understand it's important to make the people around trusted. That's one big power that you can give to them. If you trust them, if you tell them, go ahead, do this. This is the task at hand. Do it to the best of your capabilities. Of course, you have a peripheral system or boundaries that you define. That could be at the organization level or your team level. You define that, but within that, give them the space to play. Give them the opportunity to just be themselves, and let them know that, oh, this is what is needed, and do it your way. Do it your way. I trust you. I'm there. I have your back. You have no idea, it's going to be magical. It's going to be magical. But you've got to do that and figure out for yourself, right? So as a leader, go ahead, give that, the power, that happiness, that confidence, that trust to your people. Give them the autonomy, have their back, right? And experience it, right? If you liked this video, you found it meaningful, purposeful, and you could really walk away with something for yourself, then please subscribe to the channel, and also share with me what have been your key takeaways. What are you going to do differently? Because remember, knowing is not doing, doing is doing. So unless you take actions, nothing is going to change. You've got to try this out. It's fine if you've not been doing it so far, or even if you were doing it, you were trusting, you were delegating, you've been giving autonomy. What more can you do? How else could you do? It's going to make a huge difference. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.